I'm not ending stream yet, but you know. Did you really, Viata? Dude, same though. When did I cut my hair into a bob? I don't even remember. It's been so long now.
As the fiend falls.
Stop it. Do you have a tapeworm, Dirk? I can't. How? What? No. Did you really have a tapeworm? Because in medicine, when you work in a hospital, no one's ever going to warn you what you're going to see. So they kind of try to numb you to it in school, I think. Yeah, like, don't tell me, but tell me. Not you? Oh, thank God. I've never known anyone personally who's had a tapeworm, but I know that some people, like in the 80s, used to order them somehow and eat them as like a diet, like to lose weight or something. Do not do that. It's super unhealthy. You can fucking die. I don't know why people would do that.
Trick of the light.
That was... What? No. Sometimes Lophius, because honestly, like, I've had new respiratory therapists that come into the hospital. They've already been hired, and I'm there to orient them. And when a person crashes or is puking and you need to emergently go help them, if that person pauses at the door and freezes and can't go jump in and help, I have to move on. You're done. That's it. You get one chance. You have to have, like, this personality where you can literally leap on someone covered in blood, shit, and vomit because you're going to save their life. That's your job. Some people can't cut it. Lots of RTs end up working in, like, pulmonary clinics and shit because they just, their instinct is to stop. Even though they have all the knowledge, they're not dumb. I have that instinct. I can jump on someone to help them in any situation. Cheers. Hootie, I can't. That's hilarious. We didn't get all graphic images, but a lot of it is like... I mean, the shit I saw in the hospital is not comparable or comparable, or however you say that word, to any horror film you could ever fathom. I could tell you stories for days that would never let you sleep again. That shit is fucked up. You do not know unless you work in it. How it's just... It's like an iceberg. You know how, like, people that don't work in hospitals see, like, this slice, and then there's that whole fucking thing under the water? Ugh. Lophius, that was me. My whole childhood, I wanted to be a vet until I found out you had to put animals down. That was my dream as a kid because I love animals. But I ain't gonna fucking put animals down. I couldn't. Because some people put their animals down for dumb reasons. Nope, I couldn't. I watched the movie Earthlings, which shows you all about what they do about overpopulations of cats and dogs in cities. No, I couldn't. I tend to freeze on stress situations. See, and Mel, I think honestly, I've thought about it before because there's just a personality and there's no shame in either one. But as a kid, I went through so many fucking weird, traumatic things that I don't freeze anymore. I don't have that instinct. I don't have a high reaction to anything. I don't react. Like, where most people would jump and freak and, like, have a moment, I don't react at all. I just kind of assess. And I don't know if that's just me. I don't know what that is. But some people don't have it, and I've literally had to walk out RTs on their first day and be like, you can't. Because they freeze, and you just, that's a life or death situation. There are some medications that you have to administer within 30 seconds of an event. Otherwise, it does nothing. And if you freeze at the door, there's your 30 seconds. Hi, Lon. How are you? Good afternoon. Oh, Lophius, I don't want to know that. Oh, Slightquill's one of your friends is a nurse. Nurses probably see the worst. I don't know, man. I think everybody in medicine sees the worst, but nurses and RTs probably see... They're always there for every death. So, like, they see the ugly. You know? Is it rare for people with high empathy to become doctors? I don't know. According to my mom, she's been an RT for over 40 years now. She's like a lifer. She told me that back in the day, the problem was that you became a doctor, you got into doctor school, and you became a doctor because you were book smart. You had rote memorization. You could memorize and just, like, literally shout diagnoses and shit. And the problem is that we got this huge divide where all the doctors were really smart and had zero bedside manner. They were assholes because that's the only thing they looked at was grades. So now they're actually doing psych evals and shit. I had to go through a lot of psych evals before I was even accepted into doing this state assessment test to get my license. They had to make sure I wasn't, you know.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I love pimple popper videos. I also really like the video of them popping the weird bugs out of people's backs. I don't know why. It's gross. I love it. Can't have them, Lady Emma. That breaks my heart. I mean, you are a goddamn angel for doing that job. Part of me is happy they're going because I'm so sad they even had to live with that human. They deserve a do-over. They care more after the pet is dead? What? What does that even mean? They're just looking for, like, sympathy? I've seen Reddit posts from doctors, and I found many of the posts kind of bothered me because it seemed unempathetic towards who was hurt. Absolutely. Well, there is a weird line you have. When you work in a hospital, there's a human there. I need to remember that that's a human, but also, I need to shut that part of my brain off and think like a scientist because that's how I'm going to make you live. And some people go too far one way and they become very shut off. And those people usually actually go into like scholastics. They'll go into research and study writing papers and stuff because they lose their people skills. They stop seeing humans. You have to have this balance because like even myself, I had to become numb at a certain point because it's like a mental shield because you can't physically, no human being should see that much death and pain in one lifetime and be okay. But you have to be able to come back and be human again, you know? And that's hard. I don't know. I don't know the secret. I didn't want to be a doctor because doctors don't do much patient care, like, at all. Most doctors. 99.9% of all patient care is going to be done by everybody else. Doctors are there to, you know, be the liability, write a diagnosis, you know, call a code, whatever. And I wanted to do patient care. I'm much more involved with the person. But even I got attached sometimes to people who are gonna fucking die, and that sucks. I mean, I guess, yeah. They want to make sure that we're human. And they even fuck up, like, I'm sure you've heard of those creepy-ass stories about nurses, like, putting under patients because, oh, I'm gonna fix him, blah, blah. Like, there's creepy people out there still. They get through the bars, but not as many assholes. Like, the doctors I worked with, it was kind of a 60-40, like, 60% were funny, nice, humble people. The 40% coming through thought they were gods, but they're not going to make it very far. No one likes you. Like, you're not going to get a job anywhere. Even if you had your cute little residency at Hopkins, if you're a douche to everyone, if the nurses don't like you, you ain't going nowhere. Their pet will literally have a huge leaking abscess on his face and be one giant mat of fur. Oh, no. Some people want extra special requests for their pets' aftercare. Like, they won't groom their dog when it's fucking alive. No. Animals are too good for us. It's too good for us.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Oh, anime. I love you. Have a good day. Stay safe. Anybody taking off, have a good day and stay safe. Get vaxxed. I don't like shots, but I'm going to tell you to get vaxxed because it's important. Yours were great. That's awesome. You know, neurodocs tend to be really nice because their literal job is to bring you back to consciousness. So whenever I got to work in neuro, like you guys know Neuro Fournier, most of the neurodocs are kind of clowns. Like, they're goofy because they kind of, their patients come back like children sometimes. And they want to bring you back, wake you up. And so they tend to be a lot more personable. Whereas where I worked with surgeons, the surgeons never even see you awake. The anesthesiologist and nurses knock you out before anyone even gets in the room, so they tend to be assholes. Spay and neuter your pets. Oh my god. How loud can we shout that for the people in the back? Please don't backyard breed your fucking poodle. Thank you. Not to mention the multitudes of cancer your dog can get from keeping its uterus. My god. Like, literally, I was not around a boy dog. I didn't need to fix Millie. We got her neutered because she can get like 20 other cancers just by having a uterus. And now she's 13 and wonderful and has no cancer. Missy can hate me all she wants for leaving her alone for 5 hours, 4 days a week and get over it. Dude, absence makes the heart grow fonder. I don't think dogs have a sense of time. So it's probably okay. Lophius, it's very strange. I mean, some people get into medicine because they like the science. And they like the God complex. And some people get into medicine because they like caring. And usually the caring people leave because they get into it and they realize they're 1 in a million. It's really hard to stay in that environment. Spay a rabbit. Oh my god. I fixed my rats. Rats, rabbits, and guinea pigs, they can breed in under a second. Can you imagine if you could come in under a second? Fuck that. But also cancers, yeah. Surgeries are fun if someone lives. I've seen some pretty fucking weird surgeries I don't ever want to see again. But that's because Hopkins is that hospital. They have so much money, they'll do anything. Tits up, bitches. Oh my god, everything popped. I love you, Zelda. I'm glad I added those, man. Shrimping is the worst thing for your back ever. Oh, it feels so good. It'll hydrate, my lovers. Do they have a concept of time? I wasn't sure. I've read about different stuff, like how rats and cats can think about thinking, but we don't know if any other animals can really do that, like conceptualize their own thoughts, which is weird. Did you know the brain is the only organ in your body that named itself, and it's talking right now about itself? Mine is my brain. What? Shrimping is sipping cum out of an asshole with a straw. I've never even heard of that. And I lived in that era. What the fuck internet did you get on? I say shrimp because that's what I look like when I hunch. I've seen pictures of myself. Like, my family's taken pictures of myself when I'm at a table, and I'm literally just like a perfectly curled shrimp. Gargoyling? Oh yeah, it could be gargoyling, hunching, slouching. I do it because everything's too short for me, but it's good to sit up and stretch. It helps. Posture checks are good. It's also really good for blood flow, oxygen consumption. This crunches up your diaphragm so you're not using your full lung capacity. Sit up and take a big breath. Oh, it feels good. Oh. Cheers. You're 6 feet too? Yeah. When you're 6 feet, like, no matter where, where have you been where anything's your height? Never. I've never been anywhere where I'm not this. If I sat up straight at a table, people would probably think I was making a joke because I'd be 10 feet taller than everybody. Oh my god. Lilith just curled up on my couch and it's so cute. Look. I love her. She's such a cunt, but she's such a sweet cunt. Man, my sinuses are really fucking with me. My ears keep, like, plugging and unplugging. This weather is making my head, like... Gross. I hate this. Nothing fits us. I don't think anybody over 6 foot, really, realistically, I don't think the world fits us. But that's life. A boss battle in this? I don't think so. I don't even think I was offered one. I was offered the Necromancer, but I am in no way good enough for that yet. So we're not going to reach a boss battle on this today. I stopped one battle before the boss battle on Stream Raiders because I hate starting stream with a boss battle. I feel like that's a really dick move, so I don't do it. Am I out of torches? What happened? This is a horrible timeline we're living in. Who's slick? You. Thank you, Viata. I appreciate that. Bitch, why are you bloody? Yeah, I hate starting with it because it just feels... Thank you. So boss battle tomorrow on Stream Raiders. Yes, it will be our second battle. So first thing in the morning, hopefully 8 a.m. Please wake up on time, Katie. Will be like the second to last. And then the second one will be big old boss battle. Yeah. I didn't want to hang you guys. I hate doing that. It makes me feel... I literally don't stop thinking about it until the next day. Is that weird? Probably. I have really big problems putting guilt on myself. I don't know why. Yes, I do. Catholicism. Life is a nut. I wish I had torches. This is a nightmare. Viato will take care of it. Oh my god. That emote, that dog emote's one of my favorites ever, and I don't know why. It's adorable. I think it's because I grew up with a yellow lab, and he was like my boy. And he looked exactly like that, like the black mouth and black nose, and he'd always like howl bark like a doofus, like labs do, because they're doofuses. Catholicism. I mean, I know that's what it is. Like everybody in my family, I've never been hit. I've never been like openly verbally abused, but goddamn have I been guilted about probably everything except breathing. Probably, nope, my brother made me feel bad when I was like 12. He went off on me about how I breathe loud, and that day forever I have listened to myself breathe. What the fuck? Bastards. Thank you, monkey. Slime him with your tentacles. Fuck. God damn it. Oh, are you moving next month? Oh, dude. Packing is... I don't know. I hate moving, really. I've done it so often, I really can't find a nice... Like, ooh, I like this about packing. I'm just... No. It all fucking blows. Siblings are assholes, man. Like, I used to think that you had to have siblings because when I was growing up, all the only kids, like only children that I went to school with were fucking weirdos. Like they were spoiled brats. And I was like, oh, what's wrong with you? But as an adult, like out of 9 siblings, I have one that speaks to me. It's not a high rate of getting a good one. So I don't know what the rate. I don't know what the secret is. Secret. Fuck. Don't touch Eliza Jane, you bastard. Save yourself, Judy! Why does the drum have a face? Oh, because it's probably the dead skin of one of you who have died. Continue. A la Kinsey, one of my favorite people in the world. How the fuck are you, honey? How are you? Dude, you come in right at the end of my stream, but we're finishing this dungeon at least, so I get to talk to you a little. How are you? How's life? My voice is rough. I can't even sing. Ugh. Tuesday is my day off this week, by the way, guys. So tomorrow I will be here. Tuesday not. That's going to be a good voice rest day, probably. You know, I've gotten 2 nights in a row of good sleep. I'm on a roll, man. Feeling great. Feeling wild. I think we're all traumatized the same way and banded together to get through it all. See, I think my parents kind of turned us all against each other, and the only ones they didn't succeed with is me and my sister, Sarah.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch.
No, sit down. No worries, dude. You're in my heart forever. You know this. We're friends. So I don't have blood siblings, but I do have a sister. Does that count? Like a stepsister? Or like someone you lived with? I don't know. I don't know what it was, but when I was a kid, everyone in my school who was a snot was always an only child. And when I went to their house, like they were so mean to their moms, and their moms like let them get away with everything. My mom would have backhanded the fuck out of me. Made me sad. Our hangout on Tuesday? Dude, how could I? I look forward to these days. Are you kidding me? I've had that anime written down for almost an entire week. How dare you? Oh my god, I have a torch. Did you know Disney's Black Cauldron has a scene removed that to avoid an R rating? No. What was it? Please tell me. Disney removed a scene from Fantasia as well that was very racist. I have a half sister that's much older than me that I have never met. Oh my god. I have two, I think you and I have talked about this. I have two half sisters who blame my mother for my dad dying, so they haven't talked to any of us since I was 7. Yeah, I have two sisters, blood related, and I have not seen them since I was 7 years old, and it's so weird. The one that Monkey Jesus and Alex and I are gonna watch is called Dr. Stone. I'm excited. Apparently, it's amazing. Yeah, that's me too. I used to try to find them on Facebook, like when Facebook first came out. That's probably the only reason I used Facebook was try to find my sisters. And I reached out and they never replied or replied to my friend requests when I was like a child. So I was like, okie doke. Sick. Well, oh my god. Dude, we haven't had Fiata, bless. Is it? Oh, I'm excited. A lot of my friends have been helping me find good animes. We found a couple good ones recently, actually, that I'm really excited to watch. It's hard for me because I don't like anime that's childlike or about teenagers. I just can't identify. I get really bored. Emma, that's kind of me too. Like I tell you guys, my dad died when I was 7. I don't have one memory of him. Not one real memory. Like I've seen pictures of him, but by the time of 7, you should have memories. I have memories, lots, with my mom and my grandparents, but not one of him. And I always wonder why. What did my brain do? My mom, the counselor my mom took me to when I was 7, thought I was a sociopath because of it. And I was like, I don't think that was real, but maybe. Maybe I'm a sociopath and I've been faking it all along. Nobody knows.
Destroyed.
Isn't that weird? I know. Disney was going to make an adult comedy animated film. Wow. The one I'm talking about is in Fantasia in the centaur scene. And they used to have literally a black-faced centaur that was slaving for the white centaurs. I'm not even shitting you. They had to cut it out. Well, they didn't have to, but they did it. We were talking about your tattoo. Which one? This one? It looks very ashy today because it's been really weird weather and I'm dry. I still fucking love it. I need to get more. I found a tattoo artist I really like, but I can't decide what I want to get first. I think I want to get a tarantula. Maybe. The centaur, yep. And Walt Disney made movies for Hitler that taught you how to name your baby according to his list. Like, the Disney dude wasn't a nice dude. I love Disney movies. I love Disneyland. It's joyous. It's childlike. I'm a child. But the shit, he wasn't nice. You know, we got to separate the art from the artist sometimes. Or all the time. I don't know. Making the top list of Disney movies that never got made, couldn't even include the scenes from it. Wow. Okay. Damn. Seatown. See, that's another one I really have always wanted to get. I don't want a whole Lord of the Rings theme. I have always wanted the dragon from the Hobbit book. You know, the one that's just like, it kind of looks like just a little ink drawing. But I just want him right there. Like, just the little Smaug right there. That's one I've always wanted. Yep. Walt was crafty. And gross. Tattoos. I want Lord of the Ring theme. My god, I can't talk today. Wow, Katie. Everything's left me. I've always wanted the planets down my spine, but spine tattoos scare me because I got close to my spine and almost passed out with a tattoo. I have a list of games I want in a sleeve. Oh, that's a good idea. I've always wanted just like a giant chunk dedicated to BioShock. Just like a really cool chunk of BioShock stuff. Because I've always loved the big daddy and the little sister dynamic. I had no big daddy, so. Fuck off. Hate this. Kill him, Viata. It's time. That's my girl. You know, though, with some things, like, I'm really scared to get tattoos because, like, nowadays we keep finding out about people being chimos and shit. And, like, what if that's tattooed on my body? Fuck. I don't need it. What's this? Shit. I love Chunk from the Goonies. Oh my god, there's a clip of me somewhere doing the The chunk
Anger
dance with my
is
stomach.
power. Unleash it.
A kitten Andy's paw print? Fuck, that's precious. Is Soulsborne the most famous fantasy horror game of all time? Soulsborne? Ooh. Fantasy horror? I don't think of all time, no. Ooh, that's a hard one. The Truffle Shuffle. There's a clip of me somewhere doing Truffle Shuffle. Dude. Mel, you're fucking, what is this? You're powerful. How do you feel? I've never planned on having a sleeve, but literally both of my arms have tattoos all over them, so I might as well make sleeves, right? But I don't know how to fill it. I thought about just doing like spider webs because I love spiders, but I'd rather have like a dedicated tarantula tattoo. But how do I pick a favorite tarantula that I would get tattooed? I can't. I want to get them all. I want to get my ladybird tattoo on me. Too many. I still gotta get my ravens with my scythe. Like, I have so many. And how? When? What do I do first? I don't know. I love you, Emma. Have a good shower, honey. Horror games that are fantasy themed that are famous? I mean, I would say BioShock is pretty close to fantasy horror. That shit's pretty fucked up. Like, I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't played, but there's some fucked up shit in it. Like, really fucked up. Like, think House of Wax fucked up. An octahedron from Gone? Stop it. Maybe with some other symbols from Gone and something from Nocturne. You know, my tattoo from Nocturne. I've wanted to get it since the day Nocturne ended, and I just haven't had time or known a tattoo artist close to me. I've always wanted to get Jim. I really want to get just like some fucking crazy looking stag on my arm. Yeah. Nice. Murder, please. I hate this. I've always wanted to get a big old stag for Jim. Yep. It's kind of iconic. It's weird. I had no clue that Jim would become a thing. No spoilers to people that are still watching Nocturne with us. But she said, what's its name? And the first name that came to my head was Jim. It just so happens to be my dead father and my dead grandfather's name. That is their name. Their names were James, Jim. I don't know why. And so for the rest of this fucking haunted show, I had to hear their name, and it became kind of wonderful. And I love deer. I think they're really pretty. Ah! It's weird. It's weird. It's very weird. Haunted games. You've seen some Jim-inspired tats? You ever see cool ones? You're welcome to send them to me. Dude, I love Instagram. It's my favorite place ever. I send memes a lot. Please don't die. You could put this journal entry on your bloody pussy, but you won't. Fuck off. Fantasy I consider, like, mostly high fantasy setting. Like, we're talking, like, wizards and witches and shit, but a dark fantasy wizards and witches. That's a hard one. I don't really think they make them. Dude, for real? BioShock, like, I'm so pissed they didn't go further. I really hope they do. It's too good. Why wouldn't you? Nah, dude, no pressure. I get bored and look. Oh, dude. I mean, Mickey. So, is it weird to bring something to a tattoo artist that someone you've had designed for you and ask them to tattoo it on you? Is that, like, bad form? I've always wondered. Because, like, I would fucking kill for that. But would that be offensive to a tattoo artist?
Weapon that cuts on its own.
I don't know. Soulsborne. I was trying to think, what's that, there's another one that's kind of dark like that, but I'm blanking on it. Some of them, it pisses them off. I have so many amazing artist friends. I love their art on my body, but they don't tattoo. I'm not going to ask one of my artist friends, hey, can you get a tattoo again and, like, learn for me? I mean, I had art stolen that was supposed to be my tattoo. Bastards. I got good karma coming for me, I hope. Please. Please, Satan, wherever you are. Does it? Because that'd be awesome. I would love that. You've watched the whole show. You know everything. I always pictured Jim as some sort of haunted version of the forest spirit from Princess Mononoke. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's what I pictured him in my head. I don't know why. From the moment she introduced him, that's what I pictured. But I love Princess Mononoke. I'm a big nerd. Heal. Thank you. Oh, true. Bring a picture to a portrait artist. True, man. Why did I even think that? True. Designed my tattoo and got it from a dude 12 years later. I designed most of my tattoos from the base, and then I let the tattoo artist, like, make them look like a tattoo. Is Darkest Dungeon my favorite game? It's probably up there. It's probably... I would say it's like one of the most replayable games I've ever played in my life. I enjoy this game no matter what, because it's so different every time you play. I like that. Dude, Lophius, can we talk about the lack of, like, quirky horror video games in the world? They don't exist. I've been searching hard. There's either grotesque horror or there's beyond childish. Where's the funny? Right, Kins, thank you. Where's the funny? Like, I want some funny horror in there. Like, shit I can play with my community, because I don't always want to piss my pants, but I don't want to play the kitty stuff. There's nothing there for me. Dude, I'm looking. When I find it, I will fucking send it to you, because I don't know. They're just, like, so far and few and in between. Like, the closest I've ever gotten is... Oh, man. I gotta think of it. It's like, you play the ruler of hell and you have minions and you go up to the earth and destroy things and you bring it back down to hell and you, like, fix your hell thing, but it's kind of funny and there's, like, little quips everywhere. That's, like, the closest, but it's kind of childlike. Me too, Zelda. Princess Mononoke is up there, for sure. Exactly. I don't want to be pissing my pants all the time. Dude, I'm a child goth. I'm a child goth. And to this day, I want everything to look like it was in Hot Topic when I was 12. Period. I don't want it to look like I'm 4 years old. I don't want bubblegum colors. And I don't want to be some mystical knight in the round table. Like, let me be what I grew up to be. I still listen to My Chemical Romance and wear black eyeliner every day. Fuck yourselves, game designers. Give it to me. I'm just kidding. Don't fuck yourselves. But if you're ever bored, think of me. Seriously, I'm numb. Nothing scares me anymore. I'm the exact same. It drives me nuts. The moment you play it a couple times, it's done. Like, the last game that truly made me shit my pants, like, continually was Outlast. #1. Phasmophobia was scary, but, like, once we saw the weird little ghost girl that would, like, move like she was on a track, I wasn't scared anymore. They needed to fix that. Unless they fixed it, I don't know. It is. The noises and shit scare me. But, like, Outlast is scarier. That one made me scream and jump out of my chair. If Phasmo had a story, I'd probably be more into it. Just more stuff. I hope they update it, because it was a really fun game. But we got stuck. That was special circumstances. That was terrible. I'd play if it was, like, me, you, Andrew, and Glut. Like, people who won't abandon us alone in a hallway in the dark. I hope he's listening, because he's on a break. Alone in the dark for a half hour? I won't do that ever again. Not that I'm bitter. Outlast was amazing. I even liked Outlast Whistleblower. I didn't like Outlast 2, though. I didn't think it was scary. I'm over the redneck thing. Rednecks don't scare me. Like, I am redneck. I grew up with those people. They're not scary. Right? It wasn't scary at all. It was cute, but it wasn't scary. The Beast Within was pretty good. I don't remember if I actually got scared, but it was fun. The dark scares me, seriously. One of my weird irrational fears is the dark or dark water. The dark alone with creepy sounds and shit, and Eliza was in the van, and Zeke and his friend just left us for 30 minutes. That was terrifying. Hated it. Whistleblower was great, but 2 just... And they hyped it up for I'm not bitter. They hyped it up for a pretty long time. Like, they had that weird, creepy cabin at PAX forever that was pretty scary. And that was, like, scarier than the game. No offense, devs. I really love the first ones. They were gold. But I want to pee my pants. Yeah, not really, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I like the dark, like with a candle or if there's music, but like the circumstances where it's dark, you're alone, and there's scary sounds, it's my imagination. I start imagining everything possible. It's all in my head. I know it is. Cheers, Glitterworm.
Some experiments should have never happened.
Welcome, I
You're
done it.
doing just work ending them.
Yeah, they pushed Outlast too hard. And it was like, I feel like that year, every horror game that came out was all about scary rednecks in the woods. And I was like, really? Like, I want an insane asylum with murderous nuns. I want a sexy priest to slice me in half, vagina up. Gut me like a chicken. I want, right? Thank you. Resident Evil doesn't hit it for me anymore. I'm really, really, really over zombies. In every way, shape, and form. Yep, and it's, if you, like, I'll show you. Streams, I mean, we're done. This is about the end of stream, so we're going to save the upgrades and shit for the beginning of next stream. But I will show you Steam. If I've been on Steam a lot lately, and if you go to Dark Fantasy, it's like porn games, click and point story games that are like are literally just text. But I have a lot on my wish list. I'll show you. We can look. Yeah. Also, this game is horrible. You cannot save scum. You're